Konnichiwa, minasan! Today I've got another special reaction for you because Sakura season in Japan is right around the corner if it hasn't already started, so meaning the cherry blossoms are actually blossoming, and this is kind of a big event there in Japan. But more than that, like, yeah, cherry blossoms are blossoming. I don't really know more about it. So it's called Hanami. This is something more I know about it. Hanami, like public cherry blossom viewing, can be translated like that, I guess. But yeah, I don't know anything else about it. And so I thought this would be a perfect occasion to dig more into that and actually learn something about this cultural aspect of Japan. So I've searched for some videos and I found this one video by Learn Japanese with JapanesePod101.com called How to Hanami, a beginner's guide to cherry blossoms viewing in Japan, and some other videos. Yeah, let's see if we get there. But first, let's start with this one. I'm really curious. So yeah, I hope you're in for that. Let's start with the reaction.
Today we are in Ueno and we are going to show you how to have the best Hanami experience in Japan. Let's go!
All right, nice weather.
Tip number 1. Check the weather forecast. The weather in spring is unpredictable. So make
just
sure
like
to
here
check
in
the
Germany.
weather forecast and not go on a rainy day. Rainy day in Japanese is ame no hi. And good weather in Japanese is ii
Ii
tenki.
tenki.
Tip number 2. Go early and get a good spot. Hanami can get really crowded.
It makes sense to only go on a good day, of course. Ii tenki. I already know these kanji. Yeah, but yeah, I'm wondering though if the trees lose their, well, they shouldn't lose them so quickly, but what if there's any more downside to it, or if it's just raining, if that's the bad thing, or if the blossoms don't look that nice. I don't know, because I wouldn't mind going on a rainy day so much, to be honest. But of course, yeah, ii tenki would be the best case. So yeah, where are the good spots?
In Japan. And if you
I believe so.
A good spot under the sakura trees, then it's essential to go
Oh,
early,
this is
especially
beautiful.
on weekends. You might also want to take pictures early before big crowds of people get there. If you're thinking about meeting up with your friends, make sure to pick a less crowded or an easy place. This will make it easier to find each other. Meeting place in Japanese is machiawase basho. Machiawase means appointment or to meet up at a place and time. And basho means place or location. Let's go find a nice place to do Hanami. Tip 3. Bring a picnic
Really
blanket or
crowded.
blue tarp. Make sure to bring a picnic blanket or blue tarp to sit on.
Blue
In
tarp,
Japan,
this
we
is
call blue
big.
tarps blue sheet. We can also say leisure sheet for picnic sheets and tarps in general. You should
Cool.
be able to find them at Daiso and other places.
I've heard that a
Once you
couple
find
of times right now at this Daiso. It seems it's a pretty common store there. I haven't heard of that before, but now after watching several Japanese videos, it keeps popping up. Interesting.
Place to sit. You can now relax and enjoy looking at all the sakura.
Sakura,
Tip
yeah.
4. Bring food and drinks. Snacks and drinks will probably be cheaper if you buy them at the supermarket.
Is there a special
Bento
snack you have to
either
have?
make or buy at the department stores, usually on the bottom floor. Bento shops such as Origin Bento and Hottomoto and even
Hottomoto.
convenience or supermarkets. Buying food
Sounds
at
funny.
food store is fun and special, but not every place will have them. So it's a good idea to prepare some bento, snacks, and drinks. いただきます。
いただきま
美味
す。
しい。よかったら去年千鳥ヶ淵で撮った桜のビデオもあるのでぜひチェックしてみてください。あと桜スイーツのビデオも。
Oh, I was wondering, yeah, what special sweets there are for Sakura season. Yeah, maybe we're gonna watch it another time. But what did she say? Sakura that was shot. Ah, okay.
ください。
千鳥。
桜スイーツのビデオもあります。キットカット桜きのこ味。 Have a
Oh,
break,
they're
have a
specially flavored.
Sakura and roasted soybean flavor. 季節限定ですね、これは。
Ah, okay, so they have special sweets and treats during that season. Interesting, Kit Kat.
最初にきな粉がブワってきて、その後に桜桜って出てくる感じ。
What is Sakura flavor though? Is it just like cherry flavor?
きな粉のが強い。色もね、きな粉色。
Kinako.
桜？きな粉。桜って感じ。
I need to taste that.
桜の味しないかな。すごい甘い。これね、小さい頃よく食べてたキャベツ太郎。
キャベツ太郎。
軽くて美味しいよって言ってる。このカエルさんが。これね。
I love how Japanese marketing isn't shying away from addressing adults as well with their childish figurines and mascots on their brands. It's like everything is made for childs, but then again everyone consumes it. It's like they don't give a fuck. We are kawaii culture, okay? We are doing everything cute. You have to live with that.
こういう丸くて中に
Balls?
これコーンスナック。
Oh.
This is コーンスナック。色がねいっぱいここに濃いやつがあるの。そう味が濃いのこれが。
It's like a potato chip,
食べて
but
み。中に
in
いっぱい
the
濃いやつ
shape of a ball. Or is it?
うん、
Is it filled?
味濃いよ多分。濃い薄い薄い普通濃い。そうそうそう。
Takoyaki, ah, okay.
懐かしい。メグも食べる？Tip 5. Go to the bathroom before you really need to go.
Yeah, I bet the.
Because bathroom will get really.
I just wanted to say, I bet the crowd will be really huge in front of the bathrooms, like a really, really, really long tail, you know. All right. I always try not to go to any public bathroom. You know, I'm pretty good at holding in my water. Like sometimes when I go right at the morning to the toilet and don't drink so much water, I don't need to use the bathroom at all until late evening. Like, I'm really proud of that skill, you know. It comes in handy at times like these, but I really don't have... I shouldn't drink much then. Which isn't kind of healthy, I know, but yeah, I rather do that than go use a public bathroom. I'm not sure how hygienic they are in Japan. I'd think they're taking care of that. I think they are more clean there, because here in Germany, yeah, it's not really that clean. If you're lucky, maybe you get a clean one, but usually the public restrooms and bathrooms, they are just disgusting. You wouldn't want to use them.
Very crowded. Once I waited for an hour just
An hour, okay.
You can go to the bathroom at the station or other stores instead. It might be farther, but there will be less queue, so you might end up
Queue,
saving
yeah,
time.
that was the word I was searching for.
Play games.
So it's just like a picnic under the
Cards
Sakura
and
trees,
play
I
some
guess.
Fun games with your friends. We're now gonna show you how to play Japanese games.
Ooh, okay.
ババ抜きはこういうトランプのゲームで、
Babanuki.
例えば同じ数字を揃えてカードを出して減らしていくゲームです。一番先に亡くなった人の勝ちです。このババ抜きのババはジョーカーのことなんですけど、このジョーカーを最後まで持っていった人が負けです。
Ah, like Schwarzer Peter.
いつだろう。結構やってないよ。お、もうできた。私は結構やってない。あいこでしょ。じゃあ
What? Aiko the show. That's rock, paper, scissors. Okay. This is cool that they included that as well. I'm thinking about it, but we don't have something like that. Only Mau Mau, it's similar, but you don't throw two cards away, just one, matching the card displayed, either by color or by number. Interesting.
しりとりは言葉遊びの一つで、 お尻の文字を次の言葉につなげて、
Shiritori.
例え
Like
ば
Tori and then
言
something.
葉を言った人か同じことを2回言った人、それとも言葉が出てこなくなったら負けです。いくよ。しりとり、りんご、ゴリラ、
Ah, okay.
パラソル。
Tori. Ah, okay. Ri. She was now I get it. Not I was thinking about the whole phrase, but she said the kana, of course. So it's just the one syllable, like Shitori, Ri, Ringo. So she starts with that again. Okay, I get it now. Runba ba baba.
Banana.
Or banana, yeah.
ナ
Nasu, subai, sugoi.
ス。Okay, 酸っぱい。
Pai.
もの
I don't know anything with pai.
Momo. Sumomo?
Momo.
Momo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Mo.
Momo is
ル
peach.
は変えれるけど、普通は多分ものだけ
じゃあ森
ナウンだけ。
森
森？
Okay, so they just say nouns now.
リリリ。
Ringo again. Ah, she already had it.
ち
Ripa. Oh no, it's not a noun.
髪。ヘアの髪で。
Migi.
If you like music, why not bring a
That's cool. That's a nice game. It's also a nice game to learn and practice Japanese, I think.
7. Bling layers.
Is it so
Bring
cold?
layers to stay warm. Even if it's warm when you leave the house, it might be cold in the evening. Tip number 8. Clean up after yourself.
Here we call it, in Germany we call it Zwiebellook, Zwiebelschichten. Like an onion, you peel off the different layers or put on the different layers. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know about the temperature during March in Japan, but I don't think when we're talking about the middle region, like Tokyo and stuff, I don't think it's so much different to Germany here. So here it's not really cold, but you wouldn't go out with a jacket either, at least not for the whole day. As she says, in the evening it still gets cold. So I think it's similar temperature there, at least during this time in March. Okay. And of course, clean up after yourself.
Hanami, make sure to clean up. Cleaning up in Japanese is 片付け. Let's clean up. 片付けましょう.
I wish we had
Even
this
if you
as
don't
well.
see trash cans, make sure to.
Yeah, I know they don't have trash cans, and still they make it work. It's so much cleaner there. They don't have trash cans, and still everything looks so clean. I love how they teach that in school. I know that the school children have to kind of be the janitor there and clean the school on their own. So I think this works. This education actually works in this regard. And here in Germany, everything is just so polluted. And if you would do this, like some kind of event like this, we recently had it, and you don't want to know how the park looked like after this event. You couldn't compare it at all. It was a disaster, okay? You can't even say it any other way. It was just a complete trash can. Yeah, there was no park left. There was just cigarettes and bottles and trash, paper. It was everywhere. It didn't look nice. And I still, to this day, I always try to, I always do clean up after myself and always have a bag with me where I'm actually more Japanese than most German in this regard. I always clean up after myself, and I don't know why people are like that they just throw away their stuff. And I mean, I'm not smoking either, so I kind of get it. It's difficult to keep the used cigarette, but I know for a fact that there are trash cans, small transportable trash cans for cigarettes as well. So there shouldn't be any excuse to throw away that or even other trash. This is so disgusting. I don't know why people are doing that. I always hated it. And when I see it, I always have to keep myself from yelling at these people. I don't like that. So Japanese people, props to you. This is a really, really good thing. Please keep up this tradition.
Still bring all your trash with you. If you enjoyed this video, please support us on Patreon.
Look
We
at that.
release special behind-the-scene videos and extra content only on Patreon.
Okay, so that was the video about the Sakura event. I was actually hoping for when they said, okay, now let's check out some spot where you can do the Sakura viewing. I thought we would get more of the actual locations in Japan and not only this single park, but alright, okay. So what I got from this video, it's really more like a picnic actually. So, but the special thing is it's under these cherry blossoms. Okay, so maybe there are some events going on at the same time, maybe some music and stuff. But all in all, it's just a sweet get-together. Bring some food, bring some snacks. Some are even flavored, matching to the season. That's cool. Though I still don't know these flavors they mentioned. I think it's like cherry flavor Sakura or maybe strawberry. Something like that. It looked like that, but yeah, okay. And I'm wondering if Hanami fireworks are also shown during this time. This would be lovely in the evening, rounding off a nice picnic with some fireworks. That would be cool. And the card games, that was interesting, showing these, and the word game, Shitori it was called. Yeah, I have to remember that. That's cool. So nice, thank you, Learn Japanese channel. Take a look at that if you want to. Otherwise, I would check out some more videos. I'm not completely satisfied now. So what do we have here?
Hi,
We have tips for cherry blossom season. Let's check this out as well. From a foreigner who has a little bit of knowledge, or not just a little bit, pretty much knowledge about Japan. It's from last year though, from 2024. And the first one was more... No, not more recently, okay, it was also more old, but maybe we get to know more things here. Let's see.
Amy from Cakes
With
Now,
Phases.
cherry
Yeah.
blossom season is the most popular time to visit Japan because everyone wants to see the beautiful pink sakura. So today I've got the best places to see them, ways you can avoid the crowds, special
Finally.
snacks and merchandise, and everything you need to know. So cherry blossom season is at the end of March and
Yeah, I was going to say we didn't get any general knowledge. She just said, yeah, Sakura season before in the video. She just said, yeah, it's famous, but we didn't get any more insight. So finally, okay, she said at the end of March. So let's hear that again.
blossom season is at the end of March and start of April. The time varies
Okay.
slightly each year depending on the weather, and they don't last very long. You've got the time they start blooming, when the first petals open, to when they reach full bloom and look their best, and then they start to fall, carpeting the ground in pink with petals floating through the air. How long they last really depends on the weather. If it's windy or if there's heavy rain, that does make the petals fall off quicker, but if it's calmer weather, they can hang on that little bit longer. Usually they last about 2 weeks, so if you have
It's
a
really
trip
not
booked
long.
in the last week
2
of
weeks.
March, that's usually the safest bet to see them. Every
Okay.
year the Japan Meteorological Corporation publishes a
So I should go to Japan at the end of March next year, so to speak. Okay. I have to check if I get some free time during that. This could be difficult with my teaching gig, but right now I've got holidays, so to say. Yeah, it's Faschingsferien, so to say, here in Germany, at my school at least. But I don't think I get time off during this time, end of March, start of April. Damn it. Maybe I have to switch some classes. Okay, but let's see.
is a forecast for when the first blossoms will open and when
Oh,
they'll reach
of course. I mean, Japan is quite long. It's quite a long country, so it's got different regions as well. We always have to think about that as well. Okay. So, what is that? What are these colors? I'm not quite understanding it yet. These are the dates. Okay, I understand. So it's latest here in Sapporo, this upper region. Was it Honshu or Hokkaido? I always mix up these regions. But yeah, so okay, if you're early, you go somewhere south. There it starts in March already. And if you're late, then go to the upper regions. There it starts later, I guess.
full bloom.
Okay.
They don't just do the weather, they do cherry blossoms as well. There's a link to their site in the description. It's so useful. There's a flowering meter.
Oh, this
that
is really
tells you
useful.
The progress of the blossoms in each region. There's even
This is
information
cool.
about the most popular viewing spots in each city, so various parks and gardens. On the map, there's icons that tell you whether they've reached their peak yet or whether they're past their best. So you can
This
check
is
before you
useful.
go.
Thank you.
This year,
Yeah.
the forecast says they'll either be at the average time or a few days early because of the warmer weather. Each place around Japan has its top spots to see cherry blossoms. In Tokyo,
Finally.
there's Ueno Park, which has 800 cherry blossom trees. Shinjuku Park, Inokashira Park.
You know, even without the cherry blossoms, this looks so nice. I always love nature like that in parks, and then even with the Japanese architecture, the wooden materials, this natural stuff. Oh my god, I love it so much already. And with the little swan boats, oh.
Near the Studio Ghibli Museum. Nakameguro is very popular. Yoyogi Park.
With the music, what did she say? Near the museum? Yeah, this would be perfect. I think I would go this way. Wait.
Shinjuku Park, Inokashira Park near the Studio Ghibli Museum.
So Inokashira Park, have to remember that. That's close to the Ghibli Museum. Yeah, okay. You should definitely do these both, visit the museum and the cherry blossoms. I would combine these. Yeah, I think I would go to this park, and also this looks lovely.
Studio Ghibli Museum. Nakameguro is very popular. Yoyogi Park is full of picnics and parties.
This looks like my park.
Korakuen Garden.
Oh. This is hard to pick a favorite. They all look
so many
fantastic.
more. If you've been to Japan,
I don't know what my favorite is. Besides the aspect with the Ghibli Museum, I think this one, well, it's just walls. No, I think the one with the, here with the little cabin. Just from the pictures I've seen so far, this one looks the best in my opinion. And these little bridges and stuff, oh my god, the feng shui, it's perfect.
Sadako-TV Garden, and so many more. If you've been to Japan during cherry blossom season, please share your experiences in the comments.
Haven't
Tell
been,
us where you
unfortunately,
saw
not
them
yet.
And what it was like. Because Japan's such a long country, in the springtime the south warms up earlier than places like Tohoku
Just as
and
I
Hokkaido.
figured, yeah.
So the cherry blossoms move like a wave across the
Oh
country.
wait, she said it.
From
Wait.
blossoms move like a wave across the country from south and west to north and east. So if it turns out you're too early and Hokkaido. So the cherry
Hokkaido, yeah, I
blossoms
was
move
right.
like
Okay,
a
cool.
wave across the country from south and west to north and east. So if it turns out you're too early or late to see the cherry blossoms, you might be able to go on a day trip or travel north or south to see them. Or if
This
you
is
go into
cool.
the mountains or somewhere at higher elevation, it's cooler, so they
Oh, just imagine Mount Fuji with some cherry blossoms before that. I saw some pictures with that, and this just looks like a fairy tale. I love that.
bloom slightly later. You can get quite far on the bullet train
Awesome.
in a short space of time, so you might be able to go on a day trip to somewhere close to a Shinkansen station to see them. There are also
You know, this is another awesome thing, like Shinkansen, the trains in Japan. This is another level. You couldn't do this here in Germany. If you wanted to travel from South Germany to Northern Germany, and it's not even that big of a country in comparison to Japan, you wouldn't manage that, you know? You would have to plan in a lot of extra time just for train delays and stuff happening. Yeah, the train here in Germany, let me tell you, it's awful. It's been damaged for centuries, I guess now. No, not that up, but at least, yeah, a long time, and they haven't fixed it, and they keep saving money on that. They're not investing on that. It's getting worse and worse every year, and you're lucky if your train only comes a little bit later, to say the least. If you're just a little bit late, you're lucky. Usually trains don't even arrive. They have some kind of accident during their ride. Something happens. You know, this is always a gamble. Do you arrive today or not? So planning a trip across Germany, don't use the train. Don't, at least not the public one, the one financed by the government. Don't use that. Use some something else like Flixbus, Flixtrain it's called. This is not paid by the government and they do a good job, a better job, and this is so sad, but yeah, it's like that. Just my 2 cents about that as well.
Also early and late blooming varieties. So if you're going before or after the main viewing season, I'd recommend searching for early or late blooming cherry blossoms and then your location to find the best spots. For example, you can
Makes
see
sense.
late blooming trees in Tokyo in mid-April at the Imperial Palace Gardens,
Ooh.
Asukiyama Park, which has 180 trees, Shinjuku Park, Hamarikyu Gardens in Shiodome, and Ueno Park, which is a go-to place for cherry blossoms of all kinds. I
It already
saw
looks so
many
lovely.
cherry blossoms in Osaka in mid-April at the Mint, which is after the main season, but they only open the grounds to the public for 1 week per year for cherry blossom viewing. I felt so lucky to be there just at the right time. There was a path that was 500 meters long with cherry blossoms.
I imagine the flight tickets, or in general staying during this time in Japan, it's quite expensive, isn't it? I think they cash in on that. Like, you would be stupid if you didn't. I think the tickets are much more expensive during this time, aren't they? Come on, you can't tell me otherwise.
Blossoms on both sides, and there was also a 500-meter long double row of food stalls, which was
cool.
amazing. There's a video about it on my channel. And there are of course other seasonal flowers. After the sakura, you've got wisteria, then moss phlox, which coats the ground in
there
pink,
it is,
and
Fuji.
then hydrangeas, and they're all beautiful in their own way. My mini guide to Kawaii Tokyo has a list of seasonal flowers throughout the year and where you can see them near Tokyo. You can get it from cakeswithfaces.co.uk along with my main
advertisement.
300-page
It's okay.
guidebook, and that's with worldwide shipping.
Should get myself
thing
one.
you do need to be prepared for is it will be busy. It's the most
Yeah,
popular
that's what
time
I'm
year to
afraid
visit
of.
Japan.
I don't like
Locals
crowds.
want to see them too. Everyone's excited for cherry blossom
course.
season, and the last 2 weeks of March are also like spring break in Japan. So
Oh,
on top
okay.
of all that, it's the holidays. But
A lot
if
of
you
people.
want to see the sakura, that is just part of what comes with it. So you need to set your expectations so you're not disappointed. Because
Okay.
it's busier, you might want to book more things in advance than you would at other times of year. Things like Shibuya Sky, Team Labs, and theme park tickets. And Shinkansen tickets or seat reservations, especially if you want to get those seats with extra space for your suitcases. There's all the details about that in my video about travelling with luggage.
Interesting.
You
I
might
have
want
to take a
build
look at
few
that as
more
well.
Relaxing things into your plans. Visit a few more chilled, quieter places to give you a break from the top tourist spots that will be crowded.
It's like walking through
Because
an
locals
anime.
want to see the
So
cherry
cool.
blossoms too, it's best to visit the most popular spots on a weekday if you can, because the weekends will be more crowded.
Of course.
However, at cherry blossom festivals, as with all festivals in Japan, I've found that if it's busy, that's part of the experience. Everyone's so excited to see the cherry blossoms, everyone's taking pictures, and that feeling I've found is as much a part of the experience as seeing the flowers themselves. And it is a generalization, but in Japan, people are generally more polite and more considerate of others. So
I believe
when
it.
it is busy and crowded, it's different from being somewhere like London, for example, where people
Let me tell you, if it's crowded like that in Germany, you have to fear for your life. You know, you will get run over and they won't even care. They won't even look down. They will stomp on you even more. It's really like that. You know, I've never seen such a polite country, even from afar, when we speak about Japan. You know, if I haven't been there. So it says a lot when you get this impression when you haven't even been there. And I hope it's really like that. But yeah, I think so. Heard enough people talk about it like that, and I'm so jealous, you know. I wish we would have that here as well, just like the trains and the trash cans. Maybe not the working culture, okay, but they've got a lot of points I would like to implement here into this country. Yeah, one can dream.
can be pushing and be quite rude. Wherever you're going in Japan, it can be worth looking up off the beaten track places to see the cherry blossoms. They might not
He's so
be as
cute.
spectacular or iconic as the famous places. They might not have as many trees, but they can offer a calmer experience. In Tokyo,
I would prefer that, I
Asakayama
guess.
Park has 800 trees. There's the cemetery in Yanaka. Just be respectful. Obviously, there's no picnics or drinking there. Kasai Rinkai Park on the way to Tokyo Disney. Sotobori Park has trees along the river. And Hibiya Park, which is quite near Tokyo Station and the Imperial Palace. And there are so many more. There's some really great lists if you look them up. The traditional way to enjoy cherry blossoms is Hanami, which means cherry blossom viewing. It's traditional to have a picnic.
But is it Hanami
underneath
or
the clouds of
Hanami?
pink. Some parks are completely full at this time of year. There's also cherry blossom festivals with pink lanterns.
This is what I was
and
talking
food
about,
stalls,
yeah.
and lots of drinking in the evening at Hanami parties.
Yeah, like events accompanying the main event, like she just said, these markets and stuff around that. That's so lovely. Oh yeah, I need to go there during this season. I have to look it up. So cool.
At night time, some cherry blossom spots are lit
Yeah.
up with illuminations, so you can
Love
enjoy
it.
them during the daytime and in the evening. They look so magical, glowing in the dark. Some
want to
spots
see that.
for illuminations in
Ah,
Tokyo
damn it, she
are
didn't
the
have
moat
footage.
of the Imperial Palace, the Meguro River in Nakameguro, where the lanterns are reflected in the
Wow.
river, the Kugien
This is
Garden,
beautiful.
where there are weeping cherry blossom trees,
Here are the
Tokyo
pictures.
Midtown along the aptly named Sakura-dori Street, and Sumida Park by the river, where you also get a lovely view of the sky tree. But there are
No, I think the
many
river was
more,
my
and
favorite.
not just in Tokyo. It's
Cool.
worth looking up cherry blossom illuminations wherever you're going to be. This year, for the first time, there's a special cherry blossom viewing train run by
Oh.
Seibu Railways. It's called the 52 Seats of Bliss Cherry Blossom Train. It runs between Shinjuku and
How
Chiyoda.
cool is that?
It goes past several cherry blossom viewing spots, and the train
Wow.
slows down so you can enjoy the view. They also serve sakura cake and special drinks. I expect by this point it's probably booked up because it's new and these things are always popular. But there is also the Sakura tram in Tokyo. It runs all year
So
round and goes
cool.
past several cherry blossom spots, including the Kanza River and
Look at the art.
Asakayama Park. You can get a day pass for only 400 yen or just use your Suica card. So you could make your own hop-on, hop-off tour. Now, Japan loves limited
There we go.
edition seasonal things. So there
Kit
are
Kat.
lots of pink sakura-flavored snacks. From traditional sweets like
So what does it mean though? What does sakura mean? Is it really cherry or strawberry? What is it?
Hanami dango, sakura mochi, and pink taiyaki to limited edition convenience store snacks.
Ah, Kit
There's
Kat, of
special
course.
Donuts, pink burgers, special
Ooh,
pink Asahi
this looked
beer
disgusting.
cans. I've even had special sakura crepes
Oh,
in
crepes.
Harajuku. Basically, everything is available.
I would die for that. Yep, if you don't know by now, chocolate, strawberries, and crepes. This is what I would die for when it comes to desserts. Oh yeah, give me all of that. Or with the blueberries even. Oh, and ice cream. Oh my god. No, whipped cream, yeah, but it's similar. So, but here it says Sakura strawberry. So I think the Sakura flavor is more like strawberry. Oh.
Available in a special pink version for cherry blossom season. Sakura flavour is a bit like cherry
Nice.
flavour, but it's lighter and more fragrant, a bit more floral. I
Ah.
really wanted to include some examples.
Okay, she just said it. It's cherry flavor. Makes sense because it's cherry blossom, but I was wondering if it's... As we just saw with the crepes, they use strawberry flavor, so they mix it up sometimes, but I think the main flavor when you say sakura is indeed cherry flavor. Okay, makes sense.
Examples of what's available this year, but as I'm filming this, they haven't been announced yet. They're keeping them secret till last minute. So keep a lookout and make the most of all those special limited edition treats.
It's cool.
Keep a lookout for special merchandise as well. It's not just food that gets
Pokemon?
special editions. For example, there'll be Sakura
course.
plushies,
Hello Kitty.
souvenirs, Hello Kitty, and here's this year's Sakura Miku. Some temples and shrines have special seasonal goshuin, which are stamps that you collect with calligraphy.
Ah,
During
I saw
cherry
that,
blossom
yeah.
season, some have special papers that are printed with cherry
Oh,
blossoms.
so lovely.
They're really beautiful, and they'd make a really special.
They really cherish the arts in Japan, let it be the architecture or stuff like that. It's so endearing. I love that so much. Another cultural thing. Germany, why, oh why? Why are you getting all the old architecture and the arts away, even sometimes disregarding it and yeah, destroying it and exchanging it with some dumb Bauhaus kind of minimalistic style. It's so awful. Take a look. Let you guys be inspired by Japan. You know, they keep their art, their traditions, and lovely traditions. Not everything, of course, but the good traditions. And yeah, they honor the past. What are you doing, guys? You're just messing everything up with this soulless and just plain ugly, sorry, but I just have to say it, this plain ugly architecture no one wants to see. And it's not even functional at times. So yeah, take a look. Get inspired by Japan. Damn it.
Special souvenir. So I hope you catch the cherry blossoms and get lots of pictures and enjoy all the
Lovely.
pink snacks. And share your tips for cherry blossom spots in the comments, especially if you found any secret places. Tell us all about them.
Yeah, tell us. But anyway, thank you so much, Cakes with Faces. This is what I was actually looking for. I think this was the better video out of the two we've watched so far. Yeah, so finally some more info. So when it starts, like in late March to April, depending on the region you're in, we've got some nice viewing spots, and I still think I would go to Inokashira Park due to the Ghibli Museum. You know, I always like to combine things, but then again, I think you would need more than a day to do both the cherry blossom viewing, Hanami, and the visit of the Ghibli Museum. So maybe I could split it, because from the view, from the look of it on its own, I would prefer this one, the Shikawa Korakuen Garden. Yeah, this looks nice. This looks really nice. Okay, the seasonal flowers and flavors. So we know Sakura is indeed cherry flavor most of the time, at least, sometimes strawberry as well. And illuminations. Oh yeah, this, I mean, look at that Nakameguro. Oh, it looks so beautiful. I want that as a wallpaper. It looks so beautiful, doesn't it? Oh my god, why can't this stay the whole year? No, it's actually also part of the culture, you know. It's something not persistent, not permanent. It's changing, just like life itself. It comes and goes, and you have to appreciate it when it's there. It's such a philosophical event, actually. It makes you be grateful for what you have in life. And this is actually my favorite, a train dedicated to this whole event. I want to do that. I want to get on this train. And the dango, I still need to taste that as well. So I love everything about this. I'm so in for that. I have to go there during this season. I love it. I love it so much. So maybe, what else did we get here? We had some more spots I searched up for another video, but we covered that already. So maybe let's end this with another video where you will hear some German. I actually found a German video about this, and you know, I just have to watch that, okay? So I'm going to turn on the subtitles for that so that you can understand as well. But yeah, when I get the chance to hear some German, I'm gonna use it, of course. There was a German visiting Japan as well, so I want to see his point of view, or her, I'm not sure yet, as well. Okay, let's jump into that for the final video of this little reaction.
Hallo und herzlich willkommen bei Japan.
Hallo.
Du interessierst dich für die Kirschblüte in Japan bzw. Hanami oder einfach Japan im Allgemeinen? Dann lass gerne ein Abo da und erfahre jetzt alles, was du zum Thema Kirschblütenfest wissen solltest. Fangen wir bei dem Begriff Hanami an. Hanami ist japanisch und heißt übersetzt Blumenschau. Und dabei handelt es sich
Flower
um das
and
Kirschblütenfest in
View.
Japan. Der Hauptbestandteil dieses Festes ist eine Picknickparty unter Kirschbäumen, welche meist mit Freunden, der Familie oder Kollegen veranstaltet wird. Dazu gibt es Bentos, das sind japanische Essensboxen, und meist Bier oder japanischen Reiswein, den man im deutschsprachigen Raum wahrscheinlich
Sake.
eher als Sake kennt. Diese Tradition gibt es schon sehr lange in Japan. Es ist allerdings nicht ganz klar, seit wann.
I just
Aber es
wanted
wird
to ask, yeah,
vermutet,
when.
dass die Menschen während der Nara-Zeit zwischen dem Jahr 710 und dem Jahre 794 damit begonnen haben. Die Die Kirschen blühen in Japan von Ende
This
März
looks
bis
so
Anfang
lovely.
April. Und dieses Jahr bin ich für euch in der Präfektur Kagawa auf der Insel Shikoku zu den Kirschblüten-Hotspots gefahren. Schauen wir uns ein Hanami-Fest in Japan einmal genauer an und stellen uns dazu ein paar Fragen.
He's so German, you know. We always kind of talk this stiffly, maybe. Why do we always have this stuck up our arses? I'm sorry, I'm not disrespecting you, Japan life, but you sound like a typical German. I have to deliver it in the most robotic way, otherwise people won't accept I'm German. It's always like that. It's not a, how you say, it's not criticism, but it's just something I noticed. Most German channels, at least, not all of them, and I think I'm even myself a little bit like that. I try not to be, but yeah, at least on my main channel, of course it's about education and stuff, but I try to ease it up and be a little bit more easy about it in general. But yeah, it's some kind of theme. German people are a little bit robotic at times. It's just funny.
Erstens, wo kann man Hanami machen? Man kann Hanami eigentlich überall da machen, wo es viele Kirschbäume gibt. Allerdings sollte man vorher überprüfen, ob es dort auch erlaubt ist.
A little
Im Park
doggy.
ist man daher meist auf der sicheren Seite. Zweitens,
Oh, so you can't do it
was braucht man
everywhere?
zum
Makes
Hanami
sense.
machen? Die meisten Sachen fürs Hanami bekommt man in Japan in 100-Yen-Läden. Die sind wie in Europa die 1-Euro-Shops. Aber auch in Supermärkten und anderen Läden bekommt man eigentlich alles, was man für ein
Weißt du.
Picknick braucht. Dazu gehört natürlich eine Picknickdecke, Sitzkissen
Why are
und
they
eben alles,
always
was
blue
man auch
though?
für ein normales Picknick benutzen würde. Da es in Japan oft keine öffentlichen Mülleimer gibt, sollte man auch unbedingt ein paar Mülltüten mitbringen und auf gar keinen Fall Müll zurücklassen. Außerdem ist zu beachten,
Yeah, Germans,
dass in den
listen.
meisten Parks Tische verboten sind. Deswegen verwenden einige Japaner große
Okay.
Kartons als Tischersatz. Diese bekommt
Why
man
is it
in größeren
forbidden?
Supermärkten kostenlos.
Okay. Why is
Bevor
it
es
forbidden
jetzt
to
weitergeht,
place
lasst uns für einen
tables?
kleinen Moment die wunderschönen Sakura bzw. Kirschbäume genießen.
Oh. It's much more white than I expected. It's not as pink, but I guess it depends on the blossoming state.
Kommen wir zum nächsten Punkt. Was man natürlich auch haben sollte, um die Kirschblüten zu genießen, ist gutes Essen und Getränke. Das Stichwort lautet dabei Bento. Während eines Hanami-Picknicks sollte man eigene Bento-Boxen mitbringen. Eine solche Box bekommt man günstig im Supermarkt oder im Convenience Store um die Ecke. Am leckersten sind allerdings die teureren Boxen aus speziellen Bento-Läden oder aus den Feinkostabteilungen der teuren Kaufhäuser. Diese Boxen kosten dann umgerechnet ab 10 Euro aufwärts. Dazu
That's
trinkt
okay
man
for
meist
this
Bier,
one event.
denn passend zur Jahreszeit bringen japanische Bierhersteller Kirschblüten oder Frühlingsbiere auf den Markt. Bier ist in Japan allerdings relativ teuer und eine Dose 0,5 Liter kostet meist umgerechnet über 2 Euro.
I
Weshalb
don't
auch
drink
andere
beer, that's
alkoholische
alright.
Getränke gerne als Ersatz dienen. Zum Nachtisch gibt es dann noch normalerweise japanische Süßigkeiten, Sakura-Mochi mit Kirschbaumblatt oder auch mehrfarbige Dangos. Das sind süße Reisbällchen am Spieß.
They sound
Als letztes
delicious.
sollte man noch, damit man nicht unangenehm auffällt, ein paar Regeln beachten. Dass man seinen Müll unbedingt mitnehmen muss, hatte ich ja bereits erwähnt. Das sollte ja eigentlich auch selbstverständlich sein.
Yeah, it
Was noch
isn't,
sehr wichtig
unfortunately.
ist, dass man keine laute Musik hört oder besser gar keine Musik. Das stört andere und außerdem haben die Zweige der Kirschbäume im Wind auch einen wunderbaren atmosphärischen Klang. Zudem ist
The
es
rustling,
verboten, Feuer
yeah.
zu machen, Zelte aufzustellen und auch das Anfassen der Bäume ist untersagt. Denn wenn
It's so funny because he actually keeps up mentioning stuff well, not every, but most Germans would do, like listening to loud music, placing tables there, throwing away trash. You know, he just describes what Germans do in general. And if you come there, let's summarize it: just don't be German. Don't be German when you do Hanami.
Denn wenn jeder die Zweige berührt, brechen
Yeah,
diese
and of
irgendwann
course they
ab.
would touch it. Oh, interesting.
Falls man
Oh,
an einem Ort mit
interesting.
sehr vielen Menschen das Kirschblütenfest erleben möchte, sollte man unbedingt wissen, wo sich
Oh,
die
at the
nächste Toilette
sea.
befindet. Und sich im Klaren darüber sein, dass sich dort unter Umständen sehr, sehr lange Schlangen bilden können. So, jetzt wisst ihr alles, was man zum Kirschblütenfest wissen sollte. Ich hoffe, euch hat dieses Video gefallen. Wenn ja, dann gebt mir gerne einen Daumen nach
Well, yeah, that's it. Thank you, my fellow German. Greetings go out to you. Japan Live, if you're interested. Cool, yeah, thank you. I think this nicely rounds everything up. It summarizes everything in a nice way. We've got these 3 different videos from from 2 foreign people and one how you say one person living there, a national? No, how you say? I forgot the word for a second. Never mind. A native, that's the word, a native. I always like to compare these opinions and to get a really rounded opinion or view on the things. So I think we achieved it, and I really like this tradition. Another one I would like to implement with all the other little tinier traditions in it as well. I would like to include it here as well in my country. But then again, it would be a second Japan, and yeah, I guess keep your traditions, but emulate some healthier, happy habits, like collecting trash after you. But this Hanami, Sakura, cherry blossom viewing, this is so cool. I love it. I definitely have to go there during this season. Maybe next year, maybe sometime after that, but that's definitely on my bucket list. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. If you have anything to add to that, you know, I'm curious about everything, so just write it in the comments. Have you been there to Sakura season already? Maybe you're a native, then I think it's a given, but if you're a foreigner, have you been to Japan during this time? I'm curious. So if you got any more tips, let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, that's it. That was my reaction to another Japanese special about the Sakura. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you stay with me for the next time when I react to some of these Japanese specials and traditions. For that, please subscribe and hit the like button as well to help me. And other than that, that's it for now. Have a nice time. And as always, mata ne!